It's Ganseki Nage. It means Ganseki is a big rock. It's like a boulder. So you're carrying a big boulder on your back is what it is. And this is the forerunner of Seoi Nage. You know, it's fun to kind of go back in history once in a while and see how things developed, you know? And we're going to look at the forerunner of Seoi Nage. Seoi Nage means to carry over the back. Seoi Nage, like Ippon Seoi Nage, Marote Seoi Nage, all that. But we're going to look at the forerunner of that. And it's a really old Jujitsu move. And I remember learning this as like a 16, 17-year-old kid in Ken Reganitter's dojo. And it's Ganseki Nage. It means Ganseki is a big rock. It's like a boulder. So you're carrying a big boulder on your back is what it is. And this is the forerunner of Seoi Nage. So this is what we'll take a look at. So what it is in a lot of the old time, in the old days, and you still might see this somewhat, but you know, I might try a standing choke. I might try a standing lapel strike. So I'm working here and I work my other hand here, okay? So let's see where my hand position is on this one. And my top hand is going to be my pulling hand, my hikite, right? So that's the one over the top. So when we're grip fighting and stuff, I may work this in, and he feels that, he doesn't, well, what's he doing? And I sneak this under here, and he's thinking, what is this guy, crazy? He's going to do a standing choke on me. Well, you don't see that very often too much anymore, but it used to be quite common. And it still can be done. I mean, why not? So he's going to see this, and how he reacts, well, basically, you're going to come in and basically do a Marote Seoi Nage on him, only with his lapels. You're not using his arms at any point. So I'm going to be pulling here, and I'm going to be spinning under here, swinging under here, and there's my Seoi Nage, right like that. Okay? Can you dibble on that? And when you do it as a standing version, it's called Ganseki Nage, which means Boulder Throw. We do a knee drop variation, it's Ganseki Otoshi, you know, boulder drop, okay? So he's coming here, and he's just going to come into your Seoi Nage, there you go. And it's Ganseki Nage. It's kind of old school stuff. But you know, like they say, so old-fashioned it's cool. Well, here you go. So, and just come to the side. There you go. All right. Now, can you do that as a both knees drop? Do this both knee drop. So, doing this, you're setting it up, and when you come in as a double knee drop, there it is. The cool thing about this is we can make this, you know, relative to things as we play judo now and jujitsu and sambo. You wouldn't see it in sambo because there's standing chokes, or it's chokes in sambo. But like this, if he sees this, he's thinking, I want this lapel, I'm going to try some gripping movement here, so he's going to be working this. And then you got to remember, your surite, your lifting hand, is the one under. That's a really key thing. You don't want to get your hands in the wrong position because then they won't work. All right, so this is going to be your pulling hand, your hikite, like this, okay? And when I do, this pulls, and this swings under, this curls under, just like a Seoi Nage. Real slow, just come into it. So can you see here, guys? So the first one is he opens there. That's his anchor. That's his setup. He swings under here. Pump. They both pump like a gyaku jujitsu, gyaku reverse gripping. Okay. And now he comes in. It's a standing version, and there it is. It's just a nice stand-up Seoi Nage. It's really a Marote Seoi Nage, but it's all lapels.
Yeah. Coach is really doing this well, but if you cross over and you try and turn that way, you're literally going to just like wrist lock yourself. Yeah. So it's way easier to start with here and really start to pull and bring this one down just a slight bit. Okay, you're still going to want to try and set that arm right there, but you don't want it super high up there like that. Okay, because again, you're going to kind of run your arms into each other. So bring one down about an inch or two, and that way you get a good pull this way. Good pull that way, good set there with your forearm.
Yeah, good point there. He's got to have his right hand low enough to fit in. Okay, and that's what he's talking about right there. And that's it. So let's look at just a few things here. It really is better if you use a gyaku reverse jujitsu like this, okay? Because your thumbs are up and your palms are toward you. You can curl in this way. Okay, so when I'm doing this, I'm setting this up. When I'm pulling my hikite, my pulling hand, I don't want it thumb down because it's an unnatural thing. It's just not going to give very much pull. So palm up here, and I'll be pulling this direction straight forward over me. All right, so we got that. And when you swing in here, this hand, don't bend your wrist. Okay, just like even a good Morote Seoi Nage, you don't want to bend your wrist. So you want to curl it in like this position here. So I've got this, I'm setting this in here, and I'm pulling this up and out, and this swings under. So you see the arm action here? So it's this up. I think Derek pointed this out before, but pulling out here and swinging under here, and then I keep turning. Can you demo it? So do it as a standard version so everyone can see it. So
and again, because we're doing standard, right?
Standard, yeah.
So with the standard one, you got to get him up on his toes and get your kazushi. When you're knee dropping, you have to worry about that less. So.
Another thing, you notice what Jake did not do? He didn't reach out to the mat, did he? Okay. You're just gonna hurt your arms or your body. So just it's gonna get there anyway. So you might as well take a good break fall. Okay. And as a knee drop version, you don't have to worry about pulling up so much as just getting under a little quicker. Can you do that one? So on the knee drop version here, and you swing under, it's a little quicker, more realistic in modern approach to judo or sambo, jujitsu, that type of stuff. So now when you do this as a knee drop, and we're gripping here, and we're fighting here, it's a little more realistic in a knee drop situation in a current competitive judo type thing, because if I'm going here and he sees this as a threat, even though it may not be legal like an IGF. I don't know if is this legal in IGF? It is legal? So he feels this is a threat.
You gotta do it quick.
You gotta go right now.
Yeah, I gotta go right now. So he sees this, is he gonna stand there and let me do a standing strangle? No, he's gonna react somehow. A lot of times they'll bop out, they'll move away. As they move away, see how he gives me his hips? And I can swing right in to a really, really clean knee drop or a stand up, depending on your height. Can you do as a knee drop now? So Derek's threatening with that cross lapel choke, and Jake hops away to avoid, and boom, there you go. Finish right in. Okay, knee drop Seoi Nage. Everybody call it knee drop Seoi Nage, but the old timers, the really old timers, will call it Ganseki Nage. Okay, throw a big boulder over your shoulder. Okay, all right, good. Let's try it. It's a lot of fun. I think you'll enjoy it.